Good afternoon, boys and girls. We're on lesson 98, and we're going to be talking about reading thermometers. Oh, I'm sorry about that. Okay. Anyway, we're going to identify positive and negative numbers on a number line. We're going to solve problems involving temperature, and we're going to use compatible numbers to estimate the solution to a problem. But first, let's go look at our math joke. So we have a mom, and she says, "What did you do at school today?" And Mark says, "We did a guessing game." And Mom says, "But I thought you were having a math exam." And Mark says, "That's right." All right. So here's your new concept. Numbers greater than 0 are called positive numbers, and numbers less than 0 are called negative numbers. And so I want you to write those down as your math vocab for today. Write down numbers that are greater than 0 are positive numbers. So positive numbers would be the word that you're using, and negative numbers are the two words you're using. So write those definitions down. Anyway, so what that means here is that anything greater than 0, so 1, 2, 3, anything on this number line greater than 0 are called positive numbers. Anything less than this are called negative numbers, all right? So if we look at this orange dot, where number 3, where this orange dot is, it's on negative 3. So anything that goes below, negative numbers. Okay? And why that's important is that when we talk about temperature, so the high temperature, for example, number 1 was 6 degrees Celsius. The thermometer shows the low temperature during the night. How many degrees are there between the high and the low temperatures? So what you're going to do is you need to figure out what is the difference between the high and the low numbers. Okay, so if the high for the day was 6 degrees Celsius, so you're going to go up to the 6 degrees. And notice that right here, if you go through 1 through 10, that it doesn't count 10 lines. So that means each of these lines goes by 2, right? Because there's only 5 lines. And so 6 would be, this is 2, 4, 5, 6. And then we're going to go all the way down to negative 12 degrees centigrade, all right, which is right here. So we want to find the difference between from 6 all the way down to negative 12. All right, so we can count down. If we count down from 6, we go 6 to 0 is 6 plus 1, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12 when we're on negative 12. So we have 6 plus 12, which equals 18. So the difference, right, is a subtraction problem from 6 to negative 12 is 18 degrees. All right, hopefully you get that. Basically what you're doing is you're just going to count down from all the way up here, which is negative 6, count by 2s. If you count for 2s from 6, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So you start at 6, go to the next one, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, and then you end up at negative 12 degrees centigrade. And so that's how you find the difference, okay, if you're just counting the tick marks in between the two. In example number 2, it says the highest temperature recorded in Death Valley is 134 degrees Fahrenheit. The lowest temperature recorded is 15 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to estimate the difference between the temperatures, okay? So estimate means we need to round. Now I'm going to use compatible numbers to do this because we have 15, which is kind of a round number, and so is 134. So instead of using 130, I'm going to use 135 because it's a little bit more accurate than rounding to the nearest 10. All right, so if I round this to 135 and then I subtract 15, I know 15 and 35 work well together because of the 5s and the 1. And then what I get is 120. Okay, so there's 120 degree Fahrenheit difference from the highest to the lowest. All right, Julius recorded a daily high and low temperature in the desert for a week in the table below. So this is the table. The high on Sunday was 25 and the low was 11 degrees centigrade. All right, so what you're going to do is you're going to find the median high temperature for the week. You're also going to find the mode of the low temperature and the range from all of the temperatures, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to look for the median high temperature. So you're just going to look here. And in order to find the median, we have to put them in numerical order, starting with the lowest to the highest, and then whatever number is in the middle is your median temperature. Okay, so if you look at these numbers here, they've already done it for you. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 numbers. So in the middle of 7 would be the fourth number, right? So 32 degrees centigrade is our median temperature. What just happened? I'm so sorry, guys. Okay, let's go back. Okay, there you go. Next, we're going to go to the frequently recorded low temperature. Oh, I'm sorry. Gosh, see what happens when the computer messes me up. Okay, for the lows, we're going to find the mode. Okay, the mode, remember, is the one that appears the most. All right, so look at these temperatures on the low side of the chart and find the one that is the most. And we find that 1, 2, 3, it looks like 15 degrees centigrade is the mode. Okay, and then we need to find the range of temperatures, which is the highest minus the lowest. Okay, so we go to the high, and we found that the high is 45 degrees, and the lowest low is 11. So what you're going to do is 45 minus 11, and what happens is that 5 minus 1 is 4, 4 minus 1 is 3, so you have 34 degrees Celsius is your range. Okay. All right. Here's your lesson practice for tonight. You have A through F. E and F, you can use these temperatures here on the bottom right here. All right, so you don't have to go back to example number 3. Just use this one that I put in there for you. If you have any questions, feel free to write those questions on the back, and I will see you guys in the morning. All right, have a great afternoon.